I'm a city employee. I take care of the building. What are you guys doing?
Perfect.
Good. It's a good job, man.
Good job, man. How you doing, man?
Hi, how are you?
The city clerk office?
This is the registry of voters and the city clerks, yeah.
Yeah, but what are you guys doing? You haven't answered my
You know what I'm
question.
doing? I'm minding my business, the same as you should
Well,
be doing.
no, you shouldn't be taking video of the city hall because of different things.
Because what are the different things?
Yeah, no, because we have trouble over here.
What are the different things we shouldn't be filming City Hall for?
No, you're the trouble.
Oh, you pointed that at me.
No.
No.
Nope.
Oh.
Nope.
No.
Nope. I have to come back to the other desks.
Hurry up, get in.
Go ahead, man. Scooch.
What was your name?
Scooch. Oh my God.
Wow.
What a crazy person. Remember, is that type of behavior condoned, what you just saw? No. Okay. I mean, listen to see, what we were willing to do is, in lieu of doing a public records request and getting his name, his address, his salary, his dates of employment, and filing a complaint with the city, and then obviously releasing the video, I was willing to accept an apology. So I was willing to take an apology or his job, and I was willing to give him that option. Do you know which choice he'd like to make?
I'm sure he would rather apology than his job since he has.
Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you. I know we started off on the wrong foot.
Yeah, we did. I'll give you my
Yeah.
hand.
All right. I'm very sorry.
That's why I think from the beginning we could have got off that
Yeah.
the right way, you know? But maybe we
sorry.
had bad days. Some of
Yep.
us are.
I'm sorry.
Nice to meet you, John.
Nice
Josh.
meeting you. Josh. Nice
See,
meeting you.
this is like, I know you probably see videos on YouTube. People are, yeah.
So what if, once you're done with the video, what if we were to circulate that to our internal team and all of our employees to use it as an educational opportunity for them to see how that happened and what went down? And then what if we were to do a secondary project together to share that success of that partnership?
Happy to do it. That's the ultimate. What's up, guys? Crazy video. And I know that a lot of you are going to be really ticked off about John's behavior. Unacceptable, unprofessional, and totally not okay to act like that and to treat members of the public like that. Ultimately, instead of this being an issue where he lost his job, we were happy to take an apology instead. And you gotta give the guy credit. It takes a big man to say he's sorry. And the town hall did an excellent job trying to facilitate that training so there can be more discourse in the future. I'm now happy to work with this town hall, the Saco Town Hall, moving forward to make sure that we can assist in providing training to their employees so they understand the First Amendment and they're better trained to deal with it in the future. So it's not always about the fumble. Sometimes it's about the recovery, and a great recovery here. Enjoy the video. What's going on, guys? We're at the Saco City Hall in Saco, Maine, doing a First Amendment audit with Police State Productions. Let's take a look. All right, guys.
Saco City Hall in Saco, Maine.
Ooh, it's bigger than it looks. That's what she said.
Yeah, I would say that Dawn's going to get you another chair. Okay? Yeah. Can I help you?
Hello. No, I'm good. Thank you.
What are you guys doing?
Look like we're doing.
Well, I'm a city employee. I take care of the building. What are you guys doing?
Perfect.
Good. It's a good job, man.
Good job, man. How you doing, man?
Hi, how are you?
The city clerk office?
This is the registry of voters and the city clerks, yeah.
Yeah, but what are you guys doing? You haven't answered my question.
You know what I'm doing? I'm minding my business, the same as you should be
Well,
doing.
you shouldn't be taking video of the city hall because of different things.
Because what are the different things?
Yeah, no, because we have trouble over here.
What are the different things we shouldn't be filming City Hall for?
No, you're the trouble.
Oh, you pointed that at me.
No.
No.
Nope.
Oh.
Nope.
No.
Nope. I have to come back to the other desks.
Hurry up, get in.
Go ahead, man. Scooch.
What was your name?
Scooch. Oh my God.
Wow.
What a crazy person.
We need to speak. We need some complaint forms.
Where's the city manager's office?
Definitely need to see the manager's office. He shook the whole building.
Dude, that was crazy. They're taking video of me.
Yeah.
They're not telling me why.
I'm making a complaint on this guy.
Yeah, no, he's giving him the bad news.
Can I get a complaint form, please?
Oh, that's not good, man. That's not a good look. Oh, he's gonna come out now and talk to us.
Well, it don't matter. I want a complaint form.
Yeah. I probably have to go to the city clerk, so. Hey, there's no filming. Oh, man.
He's still the whole building shook.
I know, I feel like I'm in North Korea.
Korea.
That's insane.
Hi, Phyllis. How can I help you?
Hey.
Complaint form.
You normally let unstable people work in the city hall?
So how can I?
Oh, yeah, no, get out of here.
How can I help you?
I guess he wants to figure out how to get a complaint form for that behavior. And his name, yeah.
Yeah, well, you'd want to go upstairs, probably and talk to this administrator's office.
Oh,
They're
perfect.
They're on the second floor,
Okay.
and
All right. Well, then we will do that then. Thank you very much. What's your name?
you're welcome. My name's Will.
Will. Nice to meet you. Okay, Will. Thank you so much. We'll check out the second floor. Man, that guy was unhinged. Are you guys okay?
Oh yeah, we're all set.
Okay, great. The crazy custodian guys running around slamming doors and pointing screwdrivers at people. I just wanted to make sure you guys are all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for checking.
No problem. We're here to help.
Have a good day.
Have a great New Year's. Did you guys make a resolution? I'm so nosy about resolutions.
No.
So I did a diet. I'm 2 days in. I'm regretting the decision. So I was hoping maybe someone else was regretting their New Year's resolution. But I guess it's just me. I will continue on my hard diet.
Well, Happy New Year.
You too. Be careful of the unhinged guy. Yeah, he's the crazy guy slamming doors. Did you hear the doors slam?
We heard something.
Yeah, you could feel that shake from across the street. All right, thanks so much. They're so uninterested. Hey, how you doing? You? Good, thanks. You having a good day? Thursday, 1 day away from end of the week. Then you get a nice weekend to go hang out at home.
No, I get to go to work, but that's okay.
Ugh.
You never know.
That's how people that are unstable like yourself. So if you can give me your name, that's all you gotta do, and get a complaint for. He says that people can film and do things around.
I won't give you
I don't
mine.
need to. You're a
Well, he
city
might.
employee.
No.
You're a city employee.
He might.
yeah.
He might be off his meds.
I think he is. Man, can we get his name, please?
Can I help you with anything?
No. Well, now at this moment, I
Yes,
need a complaint
please.
form and I need a complaint.
What's going on?
That guy is. Well, I mean, I think you saw a little bit of it. Absolute total disdain and disregard for members of the public, but that's PG compared to what just happened downstairs. Screaming, pointing screwdrivers at us, telling us we weren't allowed to film because of reasons. Then we said, what reasons? And he was like, reasons. And then he walked away and he slammed the door so hard, literally almost the glass on the office broke. And then he made fun of us, and so I just want to see what we do about that.
Unfortunately, I shouldn't have written down like that, but we didn't even, we was talking to the clerk.
Mm-hmm.
No problem. We
Yeah.
talked to the guy at, what was the office over there? At the end?
The planning office. Will, he sent us up here.
Oh, Will, he codes. Yep.
Yeah.
This guy was, wow.
I wouldn't want his behavior to be what, people remember. Is that type of behavior condoned, what you just saw? No.
No.
Okay. I mean, so what can we I mean, I'm not here screaming and yelling.
No, I will definitely, I will talk to the city administrator about it.
Because we're like really nice too. Like, we just go in and just, hi, how you doing? The same as we are now. I think it's like sad though that members of the public, I mean, I do this for a living, but you know, we're able to maintain our composure while we're paying his salary. So we're literally, you know, there's a restaurant in Boston called Dick's, and you pay, and they treat you like crap. They make you wear a dunce cap.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, if I wanted to pay for someone to harass and demean me, I'd go to Dick's. You know, I think that's. Do you think that we can? I mean, listen, I will forgo a complaint process because I'm really all just about education and trying to bridge gaps.
Sure.
If he's willing to apologize to us for his behavior, then I'd absolutely be willing to forgo any complaints, and also my Freedom of Information Act request requesting his name, his salary, his dates of employment, and all that stuff, just to build some type of rapport. If he's willing,
I don't
to
know
do
if he's
that.
still around.
Oh, he's storming around somewhere. I can feel the heat upstairs. He's definitely. I feel like he's
I
definitely
just
here.
texted someone else on staff about it, so.
Yeah, if he's willing to just apologize, that's really. We just want to educate people that, you know, we're not here doing anything wrong.
I think we do probably need to be better about educating our staff.
I think your staff's very well educated.
But not,
with that
obviously
exception.
not everybody
Right.
knows that the public does have a right to come in here, and if they want to film. A lot of people aren't comfortable being filmed, and
course.
that's fine. But I think we probably have to remind people like what the public's rights are, and that you guys are able to do this, even if it might make people uncomfortable.
And I understand that, like,
So-
you know that type of, even as you said, that type of behavior by that guy. So I was just explaining to her that, I mean, I don't know about you, I can't speak for you, but for myself, I would forgo the records request process, getting all of his information and stuff, and making it a part of this story, and then filing an official complaint. You know, it's abnormal. The guy's pointing a screwdriver at us. I'd be willing to forgo that if he was just willing to apologize.
Oh, yeah.
Because we want to, you know, ultimately bridge gaps. Are you okay with that?
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. So she's just being really, really kind, and I think just trying to facilitate if.
I'm actually talking. I'm talking to his boss.
Okay. Thank you so much.
No problem.
I was in. Is the Saco Lake? Is that where you guys are on?
Saco
River. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I went to. They have a big cottage out there. Then they do the tube rides, right?
That you way up.
Way up, yeah.
Way up on the side. Yeah, the tube.
Yeah.
You don't want a tube down here.
I just no.
No, but yeah.
I remember I did that a long time ago.
Yeah.
And it was just awesome. I just got lost. I didn't know where I got. Like, there's little designated stops you get
Right,
off.
yeah.
But
We
I
do
wanted
that
to be
every
off the
summer.
beaten path, so I would like
Yeah.
try and get off random places, and
Yeah.
some guy in his backyard would look at me. So I was like, all right, now I'll go to the next one. And so there's a river in Saco, this huge river, and you start at the beginning, and you get in a tube, and you just drift down the river, and there's stops throughout it where you can get off, have some drinks, eat some food,
So
and
the
then you
river
get back on.
stops here, and Saco is where it goes into the ocean.
Right.
Yeah.
See, they should have let me
It's
just keep
like a little,
going.
instead of river rafting, they go tube rafting.
Yeah, just in a
They
tube,
get
yeah.
off and they
you
have
can
lunch
go-
with us like a 2-hour
Yeah.
ride.
Yeah.
I did, yeah. I didn't know this was.
I did that, yeah. It's really cool. They have a big lake out there with cottages and stuff as well. It's very, very nice.
What's the population in this town, man? Do you have an idea? Saco?
The population?
Yeah.
About 20,000.
20,000?
Yeah.
Huge
Yeah.
in the summer,
Oh,
triple
yeah.
that number
Yeah,
at
we
least.
have a big beach population. And
Swells.
We have nice beaches.
Because then the people that don't want to get stuck at York, Agunquit,
So how far
Augusta,
Orchard
they all
Beach is-
come here.
Old Orchard's right next door to us.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's why.
and they don't want to
Yeah.
get caught up there either. But now, this used to be a best kept secret, and now it's a destination.
Oh, I gotta come
Right.
up here.
Yeah.
But Old Orchard has a little bit different vibe.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. But
Very,
I've been
very
going-
refined.
I've been
I'm not
going
from
right
Maine, but I'm
from-
from the area.
I've been going there since I was young. So,
Okay, me
and I'm
too.
40 years
So
old.
to me, Old Orchard is more like Hampton.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Nobody like we sick and tired of going. We don't
Well,
want
you're
to
much
go
more
out.
likely to see like kids party in there, and
Yeah, it's just got a different
Yeah.
vibe. I
It
mean,
is a different
yeah.
vibe.
So
that's where I
Saco's
went
a-
when I was 20, and this is where I
Yeah,
go when
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
35.
I remember I went over there one time. It was like my 28.
If the gentleman is now hinged.
I don't know if he wants to talk.
Oh, you're Tori.
I'm Tori.
Tori is very, very professional, And Brian Cainrath should be proud of his
He just stepped out, unfortunately.
executive
but
assistant.
He'll be back soon.
You can usually tell that you know, professionalism is a reflection of leadership. I've said that before, and whether that's with police or city officials or any job.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I'm sure that he's doing a nice job here. Obviously, I don't know, and if the same can be said, I don't know where this guy learned that behavior from. Hopefully it's not from his supervisor. I can't say that it is. I mean, I'd say I'd just chalk it up to a bad day, but the guy was like pointing screwdrivers at us. Like, any other situation outside of a city hall, if someone points a screwdriver, that could be a problem. Where's the mayor's office? 3rd floor?
No, so the mayor doesn't have an office
In-house?
right now, but we just actually, our residents voted to give him an office in the building.
Okay.
So he will eventually. We have a
Nice.
week mayor system though, so he has a full-time job. He's not here.
We're right.
Yeah, but he will have a space now if he wants to meet with people that he can have a
It normally
designated
happens
space
with
to
tourist
do that.
towns.
Yeah.
You know, it's just much more affordable because you can't. It's hard to justify a big yearly because it messes up the numbers because you look at the numbers and Saco is obviously going to be inflated, but most of their business is done in 3 months. It's hard to justify a salary for that for year round.
Yeah.
It's a good system too because you know there's also a town administrator that pretty much carries out most of the same jobs
He
that
runs
he
the
would.
city,
Yeah. And he would kick it whatever he couldn't decide on, he'd kick up to the city council. I'm sure you have a city council, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And while you're waiting, did you check out the auditorium?
I did. Yeah, it's really
Okay,
nice.
That's yeah.
It's very nice. Yeah, I'm just gonna hang out for a little bit. Did he leave?
So yeah, that employee is not in the building any longer, but his boss is on his way.
Oh, see, I can't take an apology from his boss.
No, but just
I
but let's see what he has to say. Maybe could
'cause
you do that?
I can see. Yeah, but I
Just
mean,
talk to him.
yeah, I can do that. I'll be perfectly honest. Like, it's not his boss's problem. I don't like people having to do dirty work for other people. And I know that his boss, you know, probably would, but you know, this guy has to understand that what he did was wrong. His behavior was unacceptable, and he's willing to understand that his behavior is unacceptable, or there would be consequences. If he just made a mistake, there's no reason for him to lose his job if he just apologizes. But if he's just like, yeah, screw those guys, then, you know, instead of taking an apology, I'm gonna have to take his job. I try to avoid that if I can. And so it looks like that.
No, that's okay.
It looks like that gentleman did leave, and his boss is coming in. And I was just explaining to her that, like, I'm sure as nice as his boss would be, I wouldn't be able to withhold a complaint. Like, if this guy just took off, and he doesn't want, I'll either take an apology or I'll take a job. And I'd rather not take his job if he's willing to recognize what he did was wrong. But if he thinks that taking off is the best course of action, then that's fine. Do it on a channel as large as mine, and he won't have a job. I mean, you eat a little bit of crow, you say you're sorry, and you still get a paycheck. But, you know, when you get termed from a position, there's no pension.
Especially acting the way he did. There was no reason for that.
Especially in a tourist town, which is a problem. Like, towns like this, one of their largest exports is tourism, right? So it's even more difficult in a town where you have...
People, if it's a tourist town, people are going to come film
you
and
can't,
filming and all kinds of things.
but even more so, like, that makes it look real bad because then, you know, how many people that might come to Saco or live in this area that are coming from out of state see this video go viral and they say, oh, you know, there's got to be finality. Either he understands that pointing a screwdriver at people, slamming doors, and threatening is wrong, and he apologizes, or he doesn't have a job, and we're happy to help relieve him of his post. Tori, what is that gentleman's name?
John.
John. Do you know his last name?
Yeah. Let me wait till his boss gets here, though. Okay.
Okay. Oh, I thought you were the guy we were looking for.
No, he's no.
Oh, okay. What? I'm sorry. I thought you were somebody else.
Okay.
Sorry. And here's what we're gonna do, guys. If he apologizes, I'm gonna give him a break. My New Year's resolution is to be more patient with otherwise ignorant people. So I think I'm doing pretty well so far.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, how are you?
How we doing?
Good, how are you?
Is he the gentleman we're looking for?
He is the manager of the person who.
Oh, man, what's going on with John?
I don't know, maybe he's had a bad day, maybe he was just watching out for other people working here, I don't know. I haven't talked to John yet.
Is that acceptable behavior?
I don't know what he did, I haven't talked to him
Well, I
yet,
mean, for like,
truthfully.
pointing screwdrivers at people, threatening them, telling them it's illegal to film in the town hall.
I saw the camera that he came in with a screwdriver and some other tools in his pocket. So if he was holding it in his hand, that's all I know.
And what about the threats and it's illegal to film here?
I don't know. I don't. Like I said, I haven't even. Honestly, I haven't talked to John yet. My name's Don. I'm the facilities manager.
So is his behavior acceptable? To tell us we can't film and to act in such a manner? Slam doors, almost break glass?
No, if he was slamming doors and trying to break a glass.
I don't think he was trying to break it. I just think he
No.
slammed it so hard it almost broke.
Yeah, no.
So is he gonna come down and give us an apology? See, what we were willing to do is, in lieu of doing a public records request and getting his name, his address, his salary, his dates of employment, and filing a complaint with the city, and then obviously releasing the video, I was willing to accept an apology.
Mm-hmm.
So I was willing to take an apology or his job, and I was willing to give him that option. Do you know which choice he'd like to make?
I'm sure he would rather apology than his job since he has a family and
that's
daughters
right.
and sons and everything
Because
else,
someone
so-
makes a mistake, we like to educate and bridge gaps. We don't want to just
Yeah.
get people fired. But especially in a town where there's tourism, this type of behavior releases. And I've talked to Tori the same way that I've spoken to you, the same way I've spoken to Will. He engaged us first. That type of behavior is unacceptable, especially in a town whose major export is tourism.
Who engaged you first that way? Will?
Oh no, the John. I mean, everyone else we
can
spoke
I ask
to.
what the engagement was exactly, just so I know?
Yeah, we
what was
walked
going
into the
on?
office that he was in. I want to maybe the assessor's office. I forget which office it was. We walked in, and he said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "Oh, we're taking pictures, taking film." And then he started immediately yelling at him. He can't do it. It's illegal. We can't be in a city building filming him. And then he turned around and started yelling at me. And then he took one of the screwdrivers. He was holding it like this. And then he left. So when he was walking towards the planning office, we figured if that's the office he works, that's the office we could speak to his supervisor. And as we walked, he said something to us about, he said some offhand insult and then slammed the door, almost breaking the glass there. So, but listen, man, we don't want to just take people's jobs. But you can't have that type of behavior. It's just an apology, man. He made a mistake. And if he's willing to do that, then I got a few minutes. I can wait if he's willing to do that.
Yeah,
But
if you wait, let me go find him.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Huh?
He's with Emily right now.
Okay, all right.
I appreciate it. We don't want him to lose his job or get in trouble. Just have a conversation,
Well, what happens is that once these videos go out, people will do their own. People will call in
Yeah, of course.
and make the complaint.
Of course.
So
Can I get either of you guys a glass of water? There's some water over there. I'm glad you guys have assisted us. I'm glad to assist. Can I get you some water? What about you, Tori?
I'm good, thank you.
Perhaps a Maine lobster roll? I can't afford that. That's not in the budget.
Thanks for doing that, Ryan.
Hey, cranking it out.
That's all you can do, man. Well, let me ask you a question. Are you IT?
Yeah.
They always put IT in the back behind the auditorium. That's why I asked.
We're not in here, we're in another building.
Oh, okay.
Be in the same building. So.
That's good. Because you're very good at IT. Most IT guys that I meet while working, they deal with like a language a lot of people don't understand. So I see them explaining something to somebody and they're like,
You guys
Didn't-
want to look around at anything?
oh no, we did. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous, man.
Somebody, did you see up on the third floor?
Yeah.
First floor?
Yeah,
Yeah,
gorgeous.
Just some offices. I mean, yeah, like this room is massive, right? Like it's about 64,000 cubic feet in here. It's what the issue we have in this room is like audio for the
Oh, of
meetings,
course.
because it's just so.
It's already an
big.
echo chamber.
It's
Yeah.
an echo chamber. It's huge, right? So like those speakers they do a pretty good job. But we used to have you can't see them anymore, but you see where those plugs are up there?
Yeah.
So we used to have like downward facing speakers, but they just didn't work well.
You know what a
So-
lot of places do? They get and the problem is when you have like a historic type building, you don't want to cover up the crown molding.
Yeah.
But they have like insulation that they'll put on the roof to kind of send the sound back down, and it becomes easier
You
to
try to
hear.
get dampening in here, and you start looking at, do we want to start putting those foam things on the walls here? Not really,
Yeah, of course, because
not-
it's a historical building. Who wants
It's
to?
never. So this room, this used to be like the fire station end of it, and like this actually was a basketball court in here.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like probably like in '94-ish, I think it was, when they redid the building. And this used to be a basketball court, and it used to have big open holes.
So
in
where
the
was the
ceiling.
original town hall? The same.
This, so I know this used to be the fire station.
Okay, so town hall was somewhere else.
Out back used to be the police station, the little annex that's back there.
I didn't even know there was an annex back there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just IT. But yeah, this room, massive. If you walk, you see the staircase there. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it really
The
is.
front staircase, yeah,
It really
It's
is.
narrow, right?
Let me ask you a question: is the pole still here?
the pole? No.
Oh, I
They,
can see if I
they
got
have a
the
pole. So there,
The fire pole.
So we have. If you look over here, this way,
Yeah.
you have the old fire station. I think you can see. Yeah. So the old fire station is that brick building that was right there.
Oh,
And
okay.
if you go look at it, they still have a lot of like the architecture detail.
Yeah.
So you have like those cool looking eagles and stuff on front of where the doors used.
I love like repurposed buildings that like maintain the character of the original buildings.
Yeah, it's pretty cool in there. So that's like the first floor to the left is like a PT place, and then behind it on the back side of the building is an office space. But then like the second and the third floor, or I think it's the third floor, it might just be the second. It's all like repurposed to be apartments, but they kind of had to use like the way the building was built.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is cool though because each apartment's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Every person has their own kind of space. It's beautiful, man. It's really cool.
Then if you look, like some of these pictures are pretty cool. This one over here. So we used to have this park.
Guys, look at that.
I know, I got that already. They got George and this guy right here.
Well, if y'all don't want to look around, then
Very
have fun.
impressive. Oh, is that Van Buren? Van Sideburns? I think that's Van Buren. Thanks very much. Have a great day. Hold on a second. Yeah, he was yelling. My God, you're just playing the audio at half volume. I could hear it from here. This doesn't make me feel great that this guy's in the building and they're just saying, hey, listen, go apologize for what you did and it's taken this long. If he needs to be talked into an apology, then, yeah, I'm kind of bummed on waiting. I think I'm just going to get I'm very patient. I'm going to get the complaint form, the records request form, and unfortunately we'll have to move forward that route because this is Tori.
Yes.
Where would I get I think I gotta go to the city clerk to get a records request form. Where would I get a complaint form?
We don't have an actual complaint form.
Okay.
You could send an email.
Okay. You know what, can I just write it on some?
The administrator's on his way in.
Okay, yeah, I just don't, it's the guy said, I'm gonna go talk to him. Someone comes and says, hey, you do something wrong, I go apologize. 20 minutes later, after a full tour of the auditorium, it's quite obvious that this guy's down. So I'm not gonna apologize. If that's the route that he would like to go, then I think I'm just happy to, file the complaints and do the records request and release the video. I think I've been more than amenable, more than cordial, I mean, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get a records request form from the city clerk's office. I'll fill that out. I'll fill the complaint out.
Okay.
And then before I file it, I'll just come back, double check with you.
Sure.
And if he's still not here, then we'll just move forward.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Tori.
All right.
All right, so I'm going to go fill out the records request and the complaint. And then by the time I'm done, I'm going to check in and see if he's ready to apologize. If not, we'll file it and then release the video because, yeah.
So I'm Emily.
Hi.
I'm the HR director.
Okay, hi.
I heard that there was a situation with one of our employees.
Right.
So he's actually on his way back over. I don't know if you're open.
Wait, you're Emily?
Yeah.
Wasn't he just with you?
So
He was with you.
he
said
came
it-
over to the building, yes, but I just came back through.
Oh, so is he here?
So yes.
John is?
He is.
Because
yeah.
we're about to. I've been very patient. I've been here about 45 minutes. I was just going down to fill out the
Oh no,
complaint.
he's on his way back. So he actually works at a different location. So he.
But he was
left-
just here with you. He just came back
so
to meet with you here?
I was here. Yep. So he's on his way back to this building. I'm at an offsite location.
Okay.
I'm
Oh,
not- I'm
okay.
not
So
in
you
this
didn't
building.
meet with him here?
Not in this building. No.
Okay.
Nope.
All right. Do you know how long he's going to be?
I'd say just a few minutes.
All right.
Do you
Well,
mind waiting? I mean,
we'll give it a
see
few
how
more
runs.
minutes.
I'd be happy to sit down with you.
I'll wait. Yeah, we'll give it about 5 more minutes if he's on his way. If he's on his way back.
No, thank you for your patience.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Moving forward, because I'm not going to file a complaint if he apologizes, so I won't have to do a records request and to his employment file, and depending on, I would have to look up Maine laws, but there's certain unwarranted invasions of privacy. You might not be able to discuss certain parts of his records. But without a complaint, what's going to be the education and the coaching moving forward?
So if you could just give me a little bit of background, just from your perspective of what occurred, that would help me be able to give that information to you.
Yeah,
Without a complete picture,
yeah.
unfortunately, I'm not really.
We
able to
we
speak
came
on
into
that.
town hall. We went into City Hall. We went into the first office on the right, I believe. We didn't speak to him. Made no contact with him. He immediately started questioning and becoming aggressive with my partner, to the point where I entered the office just to let him know that there were other people. Usually a second camera angle, just, I'm looking bad on one camera, I'm looking bad on two, maybe I should just behave myself and reevaluate and refocus. He didn't. He continued to aim, he had a thing of screwdrivers, he was aiming one of the screwdrivers at us, yelling at us, telling us it was illegal to film, we couldn't film. So he left the office acting completely irate, totally unprofessional, goes in a door, goes towards one of these private doors, so I see the gentleman, Will, sitting behind the glass, so I figured maybe that's his supervisor. We start walking towards there, and he slams the door to the point where I thought the glass was gonna shatter. The women in the next office, people were noticeably shook up over it. And then his behavior was even worse, and then we got here in front of Tori, and his behavior was even more so and worse. I think he said something, and I would have to go back in the video, I'm just paraphrasing here.
Yeah.
But I think that my partner asked him, is this how you act in public, or is this how you behave as a public worker, or something to that effect? And he's like, I don't care.
Okay.
It was just a complete disregard, disdain for the public. And although some people, to get a viral video, would just file a complaint and take his job from him, I have a large channel. I like to educate people and bridge gaps. So if I can give him the opportunity to apologize, then I won't do the records request and file the complaints, and everyone's learned a valuable lesson. I think it's more important for a town where tourism is its mainstay that people understand that even though we ran into that type of behavior, it was quickly corrected and everyone walked away satisfied. And if not, my way that I look at these things is I'm taking an apology or I'm taking a job. And it's really just, it's up to him.
Well, I apologize that was your experience coming into City Hall today. I know the city administrator is also on his way here. And I believe John, I'm not sure what door anybody's going to come in.
Yeah.
But again, I'm sorry that happened. I think it is something just to make sure that our employees are aware of, so there are some secure areas, obviously, like in any building, where we can't have people unescorted in there due to different regulatory requirements. So there are certain parts of the building, obviously, where records are kept, things like that, sensitive information. However, you are able to be in City Hall, and we hope that you come into City Hall. I think we have a beautiful one too. I saw you.
You do, and that's what I don't want to. And everyone was super nice, and that's why I also want to give them an opportunity to apologize, because I don't want people to take away from when they think about this video and they watch it in my channel, and then that's what they take away from it. Or if they have the choice between Augusta, Agunquit, York, Old Orchard Beach, and then, or Saco, be like, and then someone says, "Did you see that video in Saco recently? I'd rather go next door and give them my money if they're going to be paying this guy to behave like that."
That's a fair point. But yeah, he is on his way here. That's my understanding. And that's Brian too. But I appreciate your patience.
Yeah,
like I
absolutely.
said, people are located in different sites, so sometimes it takes a little bit to come, have everybody come together. But
The town administrator, Mr. Cainrath, did I pronounce it correctly?
Yeah, you're Brian.
All right, nice to meet you, Brian. Josh, pleasure.
Yeah, good to meet you. Hey, Brian.
if you want,
Nice to meet you,
we
man.
can step right over here. And it looks like John is here
Oh,
as well.
perfect.
Sure, so were you guys looking for some information, or what was the...
No, we're all set. You know what?
Oh,
You're Tori, and I'm sorry, what's your name?
My name's Emily.
Emily, and he was also very, very helpful. Your
Okay.
staff has been excellent. So I
Okay,
really
cool.
appreciate it.
All right, yeah, awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can
Thank
go right in the
you.
auditorium. I think
Okay.
we can.
Do you need me, or were you guys...
We'll let you know, but I think we're
Okay.
good. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Nice guy.
So I think what we just talked about, the best thing to do, I know John had something he wanted to say, but now you can introduce yourself to them. This is John.
Hi, John.
Jose, nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you. I know we started off on the wrong foot.
Yeah, we did. I'll give you my
Yeah.
hand.
All right. I'm very sorry.
That's why I think from the beginning we could have got off that
Yeah.
the right way, you know.
Mhm.
Maybe
I'm sorry.
on a bad day, some
Yep.
of us are.
I'm sorry.
Nice to meet you, John.
Nice
Josh.
meeting you. Josh. Nice
See,
meeting you.
this is like, I know you probably see videos on YouTube. People are yelling and screaming, and they can't wait to release just a negative video, and they try and take someone's job. We like to try and educate the public the best we can, and also have a little bit of discourse. I don't want you to lose your job, but I know if I just left the town hall with the video like that, I wanted to, and who knows what you're going through, how your day is, and I do understand that the world that we live in right now can be very scary. And as a man and someone that has responsibility in this building, it shows of good character that you were willing to help others. And I just want to see if we could speak to you for a second. Are you a veteran?
Huh? No.
Are you a veteran? All right. Well,
My dad was.
well, I thank him for his service. Is that Maine Veterans Home? Is that a nonprofit? Is that a
where
charity?
My father was.
It's a retirement community.
Yeah,
It's a retirement community.
My father just passed.
I'm sorry if you lost. Here's what I'd like to do. You know the Wounded Warrior Project?
Yes.
When we leave here, I'm going to donate $500 for your apology.
Oh, that's really generous.
All right, so I said if you were going to come back, I said it on my video that we do that. So as soon as we leave, I'll do it on my phone. I'll collect your email address or Tori's, and I'll send it. What's your dad's name? Is just his first
Paul
name?
Argulet, he passed away on November 1st.
Paul. So we'll make the donation on behalf of and in memory of Paul, because he helped fight for the rights that we're exhibiting right now, and you're part of a very important family, and if you can't tell, we love the military, man. So it's a pleasure to meet you.
Nice
Happy New
meeting you.
Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Have a better
Thank you.
day, man. Thank
yes,
you.
you too. Thank you.
We appreciate all your help. Can I get an
absolutely.
email so I can just shoot you?
Yeah, I'll write it down for you. That way you
All right,
have it.
perfect.
But it was nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet
Thank
you as well. Thank you for your help, sir.
Hi, nice to meet
Thanks
you.
so much. Let me pause that. All right, guys. So we're just gonna grab an email address so we can make a donation to the Wounded Warrior. He apologized, so we're gonna make a $500 donation in his father's name to the Wounded Warrior Project. Let me just pause for a second because we were talking to John for a second there.
So that is my name.
Perfect.
That's
I don't want to
my
put it on
email.
the
If you please
phone
don't,
because
so I don't get
yeah,
spammed.
no, you're not gonna. That's,
Then my account will get
I'm
locked.
used to
It'll be a whole
we're
mess.
not gonna spam you. Just is he on the phone? Just let him know.
Yeah, he just
Just let him know that it's. I always tell people because I've made so many mistakes in my life. When you're watching a football game, it's never about the fumble. If you think about that, right? Like the guy gets hit and the ball gets loose. People aren't thinking about, oh my God, the fumble. They're thinking about the touchdown. It's never about the fumble. It's about the recovery. And it takes a big man for him to come and say that he was sorry. And like I said, professionalism is a reflection of leadership. So I wanted to say an excellent job to you guys. And we really appreciate you.
Can I just ask a question?
Sure.
So is this a live stream? Are you pre-recording?
No.
What
I'm
platforms are you
rolling.
on?
I'm rolling
Like
static.
where do we find you?
My channel is Accountability for All
Okay.
on YouTube. Accountability FORALL.
Yep.
His
Police
is
State Productions.
Police State Productions. So, and I'll, since you guys are so nice, I'll give you a courtesy and let you know when the video is going to be released, just so you know beforehand. I might even send you an unlisted link so you can see beforehand, and you'll find that nothing is removed. So it's not like there's this bad reaction and then it's completely
Can I ask
unedited.
you a question? So
sure.
and we can step out. I don't want to.
Sure. Tori, have a great day.
You take care.
Happy New Year's.
Happy New
So
Year.
with these platforms, so like, what's the purpose of each of your channels? Just so I have a communications background, so I find it very interesting and kind of the
So
work that you're doing
something like this, right? Like, you know, it's very important. John's father, you know, he served his country, and he served this country so we the people could maintain freedoms and inalienable rights.
Yeah.
And you know, the building block, the foundation of America is the First Amendment to the Constitution, which includes freedom of the press. And we like to make sure that the sacrifices made by those individuals is not in vain, where we can go into a public space and we can record. The byproduct is to educate. I know people love to see viral videos or people freak out, and it's fun to watch.
Yeah.
But I think the larger goal is communication, education, like what we were able to do today. If I took his job, a lot more people would watch, but you know, how is he going to feel? It's just after the holidays, he's not
Also,
learning a lesson.
There's so much negative that people consume that people like the break of some positive messaging, some sort of positive outcome. Because what I was going to ask is, I wasn't sure if you, I mean, I know I'm not asking you to like not air that, but I didn't know if there's another way that we could introduce our community to your viewers. Because here's the way I look at it, right? We have one person who was having an off day. You had an awful interaction. I apologize that that was your first experience. But first impressions mean something, and now my concern would be I don't want our community members to think that they can't come in here and have quality service. So that would just be my only, I don't know if there's...
I hear what you're saying, but I see your point, but I think the other way is more impactful. It shows more of a human side of your city, of your employees. You know, he was able to come to apologize. You've been. If not, we wouldn't get to know how you was.
Right.
If this would have
No,
never
that's
happened.
true.
You know
There's
what I'm saying?
definitely,
How
like, a
kind
beautiful
you are,
story
how
that
you
came
was.
from
Yeah.
it.
And another thing is, you know, the public does have the right to record their interactions
Oh, yeah,
with their
absolutely.
with their public employees at all times. You know, like if I'm gonna go pay a bill, I could record and document for my purposes.
Absolutely.
Sometimes, and there's places that are rude about it. Sometimes you pay a bill, it's not found, or you ask for a request, and it gets lost. So you know, this is why the government gives us that right to do that.
Absolutely.
So it's pretty awesome. I understand you. I don't know if you want to add on to that.
I mean, yeah,
I think
I
it's a really
always
great
leave the door open. So what I've done before is, I mean, I've had congressmen, mayors. Most recently, we had a mayor in Connecticut who there was a similar experience. The behavior was unacceptable. Came in, was first kind of confrontational with us because I think he has a predisposition as to what it is that we do without knowing who we are.
Right.
And immediately viewed the video, found the behavior was acceptable, apologized for the situation. And then I had him on a live stream later on, and he came on and he interviewed with us. And, you know, he just kind of, so that way we brought as much attention to the negative as well. So, I mean, that door is always open should you want to explore it. But just so you know, when I edit these videos, I always put like a little bit of an intro.
Yeah.
And, you know, the video is 40 minutes long. Who's going to watch the whole thing? We don't want people to miss the apology. So we'll put the negative interaction, and then I'll probably do something where I put the apology right after so people don't have the time to go through it. They at least see that there was an issue, it was resolved, he apologized, and that is in no way of reflection of the city.
Yeah. No, I
So-
really appreciate your approach to it. Again, I mean, you're absolutely right. You have every right to be in here. And like I said over there, I'm really proud of our building. I think it's beautiful. I think our employees do a great job.
I'll be
And I'm
honest with you, I
sorry
don't
your
think
first
this
impression
is.
was not that.
I don't think this will deter you. I've been doing this for long enough where I see that, and that's why I gave that example. It's not always about the fumble; it's about the recovery.
Yeah.
Because
I
for the
appreciate
people
that
that see
lens.
that negative behavior, they immediately see that it was immediately fixed. Like this, and he was, you know,
Genuine about
gave him his human side to it as well. So I think you'll probably get some calls. But knowing that there was an apology, I think they're gonna be farther and fewer in between, and I don't think it's gonna have the negative reaction that I see when people apologize and they do it as genuine as that. I believe that everything's going to be just fine. But I'm going to shoot you an email anyways.
And then just one more, I have one more question.
Sure.
I'm sorry to take up your time. Again, I'm just very interested in the work that you're doing. So with these, so your goal is to share with your viewers their right to access this space, their right to ask questions, their right to film.
And the services.
And the services that are here.
That the town provides or the government provides to the their people.
So what services were you able to capture today, or did it get derailed with?
Kind of got derailed a little bit, but mostly first thing we want to make sure that no one has a problem with us recording, so we shouldn't expect people coming out, what are you doing? And then normally, like sometimes we do good day checks, just asking people if they're having a good day. Sometimes we'll ask them what they do, just, they're our rights, and we just want to make sure that, like a muscle, if you don't flex them, then they get out of shape like me. So we just want to make sure that we we do that. And I have assisted many cities across the country, because I do this across the country for a living, and helped educate city halls, town halls, public entities, public agencies about what it is that we do, so we can better educate the employees within the city to understand what we do, why we do it, and to kind of coach them. I don't like the word train, they're not dogs, but to coach them as to how they might handle something like that in the future.
You actually just gave me an idea, so hear me out. So what if, once you're done with the video, what if we were to circulate that to our internal team and all of our employees to use it as an educational opportunity for them to see how that happened and what went down? And then what if we were to do a secondary project together to share that success of that partnership?
Happy to do it. That's the ultimate goal. I mean,
She could be willing to come on a live stream.
I mean, I think that'd probably be something that you'd probably want to do in-house, I assume, just because.
I have a team who could do that, so we'd be happy to do that if you want.
Yeah, whatever you want. I mean, that's the ultimate goal, is to make sure that everyone understands.
I think it was a really great learning opportunity. Now, on my level, I don't like to air those things publicly, because I also like to think people make mistakes, they have an opportunity to recover, and I know that you are sharing that with the apology piece. But to me, I think your goal is more to educate our employees about that, and then secondarily making sure the public knows their rights when they enter this building.
Of course.
So I feel like we could accomplish that together. So
absolutely, we're willing to help in any way that we can. I have your email address. Once we leave, I'll shoot you my information. I'll make that donation, send it over as well.
Be sure to check out your channel too. We also have a YouTube channel, so if you follow our YouTube
channel. Oh, all right.
Yeah, we try to place some content on there just that's educational, making sure the public knows about the services. So very similar.
It's like the services.
Yeah.
Some people, people like to come in, okay, what does the clerk office, what kind of paperwork they could provide you? What does the assessment office do?
And if you don't mind sharing with me some of your experience of questions that people have, that would be really helpful for us to make sure we're tailoring content to be able to reach that audience appropriately. So that's where, I think there's a lot of good that can come from this. Again, I'm sorry that was your experience.
No, you don't have to apologize. You know what? The moment he apologized, as far as I'm concerned, it wiped the slate clean.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. You seem like really good people, and
it would have been a little bit different if, like you said, we would have just left with that impression.
Yeah.
Then
if you didn't stop us,
the people that watch our channels, they're real for their constitution. They love it. They love their amendments.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
You have a great night. I'll shoot you an email, and we can link up. Let me know what it is you want to do, and we're happy to help and figure out time in the schedule. Okay. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Take care.
You as well.
Take care. You as well.
We'll say goodbye to Tori, because Tori's one of our shining stars.
Tori's great.
Oh, yeah.
Bye, Tori. You're wonderful. Thanks very much. All right, guys. Credit where credit's due. He behaved horribly. However, he did apologize. They're going the extra mile to try and ask us to assist in the training of employees in the future, and trying to make things a little bit more cohesive. Subscribe to Please Stay Productions. We'll catch you in the next one, and that's the reason I stopped you today.